Welcome back to our channel. This is the Appreciationist, and my name is Bercy, and this is...
And my name is Emeka as usual. We'll be talking about how we give birth here in Canada, and how we almost lost our child.
Yeah, guys.
Man, it was really a very painful experience. It was something that we've never experienced before.
Yeah, and we're just grateful to God.
We're just grateful to God how things were. But we want to let our fans know what really transpired.
What happened?
Remember when we did our wedding?
Yeah.
And the MC...
We're about to cut our cake.
Yes, we're about to cut our cake.
So we're going to cut this cake with the number of kids you would love to have in this marriage.
Exactly.
And he was calling different numbers, 5 kids, 10 kids, 2 kids, a child, and all that. We didn't cut it until he now said 2 boys and 2 girls, and we cut it out.
And we cut the cake, and this was our desire.
Exactly.
It was our plan, and we told God about it.
Yeah.
And before coming to Canada, we had 3 kids, and it was a boy.
A boy and 2 girls.
And 2 girls.
Yeah.
And now, to wrap it up, we're expecting a boy. But we're looking at the right timing to have the baby. And when we came to Canada, was it really the right timing to have the baby?
I would say, God's time are always the best time. You might just plan as an individual, but God has his own time. Yes, we were new into this country. I wouldn't want to have a baby at that time because we want to get used to the system, right? So,
definitely.
Yeah, we'll just say we were not expecting it, but it happened. It happened, and we had to walk through it, plan for it, and it has been good. It has.
To be fair, the period when we came to Canada was really challenging for us because the culture was different.
Everything seems different. The weather,
the people,
everything,
the climate. So we're struggling around a whole lot. Business.
With the fact that as at that time we had not had our driving license, trying to get a car, trying to get stable
so
in
many
general,
things,
and now adding pregnancy to it.
Yeah, it came in, and we just had to man up. And
I couldn't work, and he has a visa that states that he can't work for someone else because he has to work for himself.
Yeah, it's a closed work permit.
Yes, because he's on a business visa. So I was the one who has open work permit. So I was supposed to work just in case business is not moving well. So I'm supposed to work to help the family in such situations. But now I'm pregnant and I'm always sick. All this morning sickness about pregnancy. I would say it's not about Canada. I'm kind of used to that. Anytime I'm pregnant, I used to be sick. Throwing up, selecting food and all that. So it was challenging with the fact that, yes, the weather was not helping matter. Everything just seems strange to me, and here they actually believe that when you're sick, it's not like you're sick. When you're having morning sickness, like you're pregnant, you shouldn't take too much medication. You should just allow everything flow naturally. So when I go to visit the doctor, he will be like, don't worry, it will pass.
They don't give they don't give drugs at all.
They don't like
it. They
it.
believe going through the natural process
is just the best thing.
Just the best thing.
So I remember when I went for scan, that was 6 months, and I was like, at first I said I wasn't going to do the scan because I didn't want to know what was coming.
I was not really interested.
Yes, because I don't want to get disappointed.
Because I believe whether it's a boy or a girl,
we accept anyone God's gift to us. It's just that as individuals we have this desire.
She has her own desire. Let's say her own. She has her own special. Better say it loud. She has her own special desire of a boy. That's her own.
No, okay. I love girls too, but I had girls already. I wanted one more boy, yeah. So I was kind of skeptical, like, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this camp? So that day, I could remember that the girls were in school, but my son didn't go to school. So we went to the lab together. We did the scan, and the lady was just staring at me, looking at my son. She was like, "Is this your son?" She was like, "Is this your son?" I said, "Yes, this is my son." She said, "Oh, so I assume you are expecting a girl, right? Since you already have a son." I said, just to help myself now, to support my foolish thoughts. I said, I know it's a girl, but I actually have girls too. She said, "You have girls too?" I said, "Yes, I have 2 girls too." She said, "Oh, so you have 2 girls and a boy?" I said, "Yes, so I know this one is a girl. I would have loved it to be a boy." She said, "Damn it, it's a boy. Now you have 2 girls too." So I was so happy. I was very, very excited. Like, I had to call him. I said, "Guess what? It's a boy." And don't mind him more. He's doing as if he was so excited that day. He was excited that it was a boy that was coming.
Yeah, but even if it was a girl, I'll honestly be indifferent.
Yeah. But I'll just say thank you, Lord, for at least granting our wishes. So then the pregnancy kept on growing and growing and growing. Guys, I was so tired. I passed my ED dates. Like, I've not delivered. Labor is not coming. I was like, what is going on? Yes, I used to have delay labor like that in most of all my kids. But this one in particular, like 40 weeks was gone. I've not delivered though. What is going on? And each time my OB keep telling me, don't worry, we're gonna give you 2 more weeks. After 2 weeks, we'll see if we'll try what's it called again, induction. And guys, I've gone through that thing before. I don't want to go through it again. I said, bam, bam, bam. What are we going to? I ran home that day. I was like, babe, what are we going to do? I really need to give birth to this baby. I don't want them to use me and all those things.
Yeah, I think the next thing I did was I suggested let us dance.
Yes, so he said, let's dance.
Let's dance. I put on the music.
We're
just dancing like one mad people.
Dancing. Guys, I shake.
We're dancing like we're in the club.
We danced and that. Then that night, labor started.
Yes.
At first I said, I'm feeling different kind of ways. As if labor wants to start. I was just holding him because back in Nigeria, I don't usually go to the hospital when I start having such feelings.
Yeah, we used to wait for some time so that they won't start
I don't want all
this
trying to check how many cm, how long I have dilated, and they keep checking. That stuff can be so painful. So I was like, okay, when labor is very serious, I'm going to go to the hospital. I'm forgetting the fact that I'm not in Nigeria. I was in Canada and it was winter time. Like,
it was really terrible. It was really terrible because
I was supposed to have
faced with so many challenges.
I was supposed to have
weather condition was harsh.
I was supposed to have gone to the hospital knowing that I'm not in Nigeria, but I brought the Nigerian style into play now. So this thing was so serious to the extent that I couldn't bear it again. I was like, okay, this is it. Let's go. Then we're like, so how are we going to do the kids now? You can barely walk. Guys, I could not walk.
Yeah, one thing I would advise anybody in Canada or trying to come to Canada is when you come, try to make
good friends.
Good family friends. I mean, be very careful with this aspect because everyone you need somebody,
good friends,
especially married people with kids, or married people expecting kids, or married people. You need a companion. You need family friends.
You need a family friend.
You understand? Because you guys will always need each other.
I really missed home then. That period I missed home because I know I will have called one or two. I will have called 1 or 2 people. They will just come to the house.
Especially Goodness.
I really miss Goodness. Goodness has been there. This is one of my sister. she has been there.
I know that girl.
She has been there.
You should not worry. I've been
first experience. Second and third, Goodness has been there. She has been there right from day one. Yeah. So that moment we actually mixed home because it was just us in this country, we don't know anybody, you get. So I had this friend in church, so I was like, okay, let's go to her and drop our kids. So why?
Yeah, because she has told us before
did.
time that if we needed her help during the course of the pregnancy and delivery, that we can always call on her. And she was one of that family is one of the best family we will say we're glad to associate
because
ourselves
she already has 3 kids here in Canada, so she was just putting me through how the system works when it comes to childbirth and everything. So guys, you would want to make good friends just to ease things for you. So she was one that helped her. She took care of the kids, you know, fed them,
exactly,
prepared them and all those things for the next day while we were at the hospital
trying to get through the door.
We were trying to get in. At first, guys, we went to the parking lot. The parking lot is kind of like it's a bit far from the entrance door where I used to go for what's it called now, antenatal. You get, so you know, we do this antenatal thing back home, so it's just like doing it here too. So this entrance door is the only one I know. And though the hospital is very big.
The issue was that we were not used to the hospital.
We're not like it's not like I was kind of used to it.
Maybe we're not used to the hospital, because if we had known that at that particular time that door would have been locked, we wouldn't have gone there.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, when labor started, it was midnight.
Okay.
It was midnight. I used to go for antenatal during the day.
Okay.
So the door is always open.
All right.
So I felt that door will always be open till whenever, since it was hospital. So guys, after trekking from the parking lot, I struggled to trek from that parking lot.
I remember we almost fell down.
Everywhere was sleeping now. It was winter, a very harsh one. I was cold. I was in labor. I was in pain and everything. So getting to the door was locked. I was like, Jesus, what's going to happen now? We now turned around. It's a very big hospital. We had to turn around.
In the harsh weather.
Harsh weather.
Not with the car. It was not a place where
you can't use the car.
You know.
You can only use your leg. You have packed your car.
Exactly.
So I had to turn around. When we now turn around,
finally entered.
The door we now entered, I'm not used to that door. So how do we now get to the main floor where maternity is and all those things? We started asking questions. I remember one old doctor like that. You know, he helped us. He brought the wheelchair. He was not the one pushing me, took me down to. That was how I got him. When I now got in now, they started taking blood samples. My husband was like, take it easy, take it easy. This is not an animal.
The guy,
it's a human being.
The guy was probably was looking for veins, and
yes,
it was just.
It became
because this was the first time I would actually be present when my wife was giving birth.
In Nigeria,
it
used to be goodness.
My own is, I know I have people just bring my baby back home. You know, I'm going to pursue body, look for body. You know, so, business, because I know I had capable hands. Like goodness, you know. So and a whole lot of people trust me. But this one I had to do it myself, because
so it was like
we've gotten the highest assistance we could get. So
it was like take it easy. I was like, baby,
man,
don't worry.
They shook my baby and I was like, take it easy now.
I was like, don't worry, they are doing their job. So at that moment they were asking me, they checked me. I was already, I think 6 a.m. gone, and they were like asking me, do you still want to wait till it's time, or do you want CS? Guys, I was so tired, like I was exhausted. I said, please bring out the baby. I cannot wait again. Do CS. I've been giving birth to my kids with normal delivery. So I was like, okay, let me see how the CS thing is now. Let them within 10 minutes, baby is out. I said, is that how it is? Me thinking that I've escaped all the whole remaining pain. My brothers and sisters, when I got home,
I remember this was
the pain.
Remember, this was the first time we'll be using CS.
Yes.
You know, all the time we were back home, we have always used the natural process.
I've always used the natural process, and that one kind of, after the labor pain and everything, I'm kind of fine, and my strength, I regain my energy and everything. I can do things on my own.
So maybe how was the care you received?
Oh my God. Like, I was thinking I was in an hotel, like I was thinking I was in a hotel rather.
Man, you chop craze.
I chop craze for that hospital. Jeez. After giving birth, they were like, Okay, well, I'm gonna take you to your room now. If you're hungry, you just call the kitchen and someone's gonna be there to serve you. I said, okay. I call kitchen. I said, what would you like to eat? I said, what do people have? I said, mac and cheese, we have spaghetti, we have juice, we have egg. Guys, they started naming so many things. I took the first one, very nice. Hey, downloaded it with a lot of juice and everything. Baby, even baby, because then breast was not, breast milk has not started coming out. So they brought milk for baby. Everything was free of charge.
And one very sweet thing I love when I was coming was that they don't use anything twice.
They don't use anything twice, even down to the napkin they use, the towel they use for the baby. As they use it that morning, they discard it. They use another new one in the afternoon. Throughout my stay there, I did not buy diaper.
I was expecting after the whole thing they would send me bills. You understand? Because I was used to bills back home. You know, after giving, let me say the one that is doing me. You know, I was used to bills back home after giving birth. They would send me bills of 250,000, 150,000, you know. So I was like, okay, maybe this one too, yeah, Bagote in our dialect. It means probably this one will be more than what you've been paying back home.
Guys, back home, if I'm going to give birth, I used to carry this baby bag that has so many diapers, baby clothes, baby things inside. Everything I used in the hospital was from the hospital, down to baby soap, baby oil, baby cream, diapers. Guys, blankets, everything was from the hospital and it was free of charge. Free. Baby milk. Everything was free of charge. In fact, if you say you don't want to use the baby milk, you want to use your own breast milk, they will help you to put it in the fridge. They will warm it and do everything, take care of it.
The
experience
was really
nice.
we give it to Canadian government.
It's top notch.
It's top notch.
Oh my God.
You know, after the pregnancy, after the delivery, we came back home with our bundle of joy.
Sorry to cut you short. And before they will discharge you, they're going to run some check on the baby. Checks like to know if the ear is working well, eyes, if the baby can see properly, can hear properly, if everything is intact. No, guys, they are doing well. So let's talk about your experience taking care of when you went to pick the kids from our family friend.
Okay.
Before I got discharged.
This is one experience that whenever I want to talk about it, I feel for parents who lost their child.
Yeah.
In one way or the other. It's one kind of experience I don't want to always remember or talk about, because I honestly get emotional when I remember everything that happened. I remember this scenario happened when my wife just gave birth, and she has a tradition that whenever she gives birth, she usually have her blood pressure goes high.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, if I may say so. And I never wanted to bother her with what I was going through back home, at home, because I was with the kids after taking them from our family friends. One of our daughter, that's Chizi Terim.
Yeah, our second daughter,
our second daughter, Chizi Terim. The weather was so bad. There was a thunderstorm, and for the first time, the light went off.
Yeah, guys,
you know,
it was terrible.
In the community where we were staying, the light went off. You know, like they did their electricity in a segmental way, where so should in case there are eventualities or natural disaster, it will not affect everywhere. So but our part or our segment was affected. The light went off. I was trying to get my hand on my phone to put on the light, because due to the system, you hardly have any second plan.
Yes, unlike when you're in Nigeria now.
You know, you hardly have any second plan for
generator,
electricity, or any form of lightning. So the light went off. At the same time, everywhere became so cold.
Because the heater went off.
The heater went off, and then we were staying in a basement.
Oh my God.
And if you are conversant with basement, you will know that, like we talked about basement in our last video.
Last video, yeah.
If you are conversant with basement are usually colder than houses above the surface of the earth.
That's on a normal.
On a normal. And now there's no light.
No heater.
No heating system to normalize the temperature. The temperature of our daughter. Now, not our son. Because remind you, our son was still in the hospital.
Yes, I was still in the hospital. I wasn't discharged yet because of my blood pressure. So they were still just looking at me, taking care of me.
Yes, and
was stable with me.
I never wanted to bother her, as I said, because I knew she was in a situation where if she got such kind of news or information, things will really go bad. I was holding my daughter and she was convulsing. It became so terrible. For the first time in my life, I cried so hard. I was calling her name so hard. I said, don't do this to me. I said, in the name of Jesus. She did the first one. She got the attack, the first one. I said, Jesus. I was praying so hard.
Everywhere was dark.
Everywhere was so dark.
Very good.
At the point in time, she became normal. Immediately, I took clothes and water. I was just rubbing it on her body. The second one started. At this point in time, I said no. I called the ambulance.
Called 911 straight.
I was seeing my daughter going down. Her teeth was shaking. Her eyes was dimming, getting white. I cried so hardly. I cried so badly. After some time, like 10-15 minutes, the ambulance came. Immediately they started doing a check on her, trying to see if she would become stable. She was not stable. And we had to take her. They had to, because I was with the kids, I couldn't go with them. So they said I should stay with the kids, try and see where I can keep the kids and come. They gave me the address of the hospital where
they are taking her to.
They are taking her to. This thing I just said now, it was one of my worst moments in life because I love all my kids so much that this was the least I expected would happen to them.
No parent is supposed to witness such.
It was really painful.
It's terrible, and that thing
really
made
painful.
I remembered so many parents who had lost their children, and I must say it's not an easy thing for anyone to experience.
No, it was not.
Not.
So they took her to the hospital, and after like 1 hour, 2 hours, my baby was up again, demanding for chocolate.
And guys, I was kind of feeling it where I was. I wasn't stable. I was like, something.
Remember, you were always calling me.
Yes, that moment, something was not right. I was like, okay, let me call these guys. I was calling him. He's not picking. Unlike him, when he sees my call like this, he picks or he calls me back if he missed me. He's not picking. Okay, I was like, okay, let me reach out to my friends to know if she has heard from them. I called her too. She was not picking. I said, okay, this time around there's something wrong, because even my friend would not, she knows I'm in the hospital. She would always want to pick my call and all these things. So what is happening? What is happening? Before you know, I fell asleep in the hospital there, and I kind of had this very short dream of someone coming to slap me. I woke up. I said, I called these guys. They didn't pick. And now, just as I was lying down on the bed, I fell asleep, and it looks like someone slapped me. Guys, I woke up and I was still feeling that pain on my cheek. I said, something is wrong somewhere. So we really don't know what went wrong, but we just want to give all glory to God Almighty for, I mean, how would it have been that they are telling me congratulations at one hand and telling me sorry at the other hand? God forbid. That will never be our portion in Jesus' name. God has been wonderful to us.
He has been wonderful.
Yes.
And we had our baby boy. The joy came
Joy
up
was
again.
complete.
We're so happy.
It was complete.
We give God all the glory.
Yeah.
And we want to use this opportunity to pray for every couple out there looking for baby,
Yeah.
you know, who wants to be blessed, that God, in His infinite mercies, will grant you all your heart's desires.
Amen.
Just like He did it for us, that we are
Do it for
complete,
you
we are
guys.
happy. He will do it for you guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
watching
much.
to this moment. We really appreciate.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
If you are new to the channel, please,
Please
we are
support
begging,
us.
please
Subscribe, share our videos, and you can also comment on our video to let us know whatever video you would like us to make for you guys,
yeah,
or if
because
you have any question for
your
us.
engagement on the platform will encourage us to do more videos.
Exactly.
You know, we'll go all out to give you more things you need to know about Canada, you know, our experiences, how we navigated different things.
Yes,
Anyway, guys, expect more videos, more and more videos from us. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.